I'm Olive. I'm your therapist. It's so great to finally meet you. Just as a heads up, everything that happens in this room stays in this room. Everything is safe and confidential within this room, as long as you're not a threat to yourself or others, just to keep everybody safe. And alongside that, I am a practicing student right now, so I do report parts of my sessions to my advisor, who is a licensed mental health counselor and has been for a very long time. And that's just so that I can become a better therapist. Um, Sound good?
Mm-hmm.
So how are you doing today? That's a very broad question, but how are you today?
I'm very sad. I'm feeling very worthless, I would say.
Okay, that's probably a good thing you're here then. I know before we started our therapeutic relationship, I asked you to go ahead and journal a time when you were feeling sad. Can you go ahead and read that to me?
Yeah, of course. Um, the new season of our favorite reality show came out on Netflix. I liked it before we started dating, so I thought I would be fine to watch it again by myself. In the show, couples are falling in love, and I just felt so empty. I loved her so much, and I really thought she was the one. I did everything right, too. I was there for her, we communicated well, we enjoyed each other's company. I felt like I loved too much too fast. I see my friends with their partners, and I worry I can never have that. What am I doing wrong? Am I destined to be alone forever no matter how hard I try?
Thank you for sharing that with me, and I'm really sorry about the recent breakup that you've gone through. But it sounds to me like seeing others in love is really getting you down right now because you can't find someone who loves you.
Yeah, it very much is. Um, I'm on all of the dating websites, like Tinder, Bumble, Hinge, uh, and I go out to bars, I talk to people, I try to be personable and interact with everybody. And I put everything into my relationships, and everything's going great, and then they never love me back, or they aren't ready for that serious of a commitment. I just feel really unlovable, and it makes me feel very lonely.
I know you keep mentioning loneliness. What would happen in that worst possible scenario where you were alone that you felt that full loneliness?
uh, I guess it would mean that people wouldn't want to be with me because there's something wrong with me. Um, and if that happens, then I'll just miss out on so much in my life that I want to have, like kids, fun, weird dates, I don't know, stuff like that.
Yeah, it entirely makes sense that that would be a great fear of yours. You also mentioned being afraid that nobody would want to be with you. Let's repeat the same question that we had before. What would it mean if nobody wanted to if that was true? If nobody wanted to be with you, how would that impact your life?
I would be alone forever. I wouldn't. It would make me really sad because I wouldn't get to experience any of the things that I want. Like I want to have kids at some point in my life, and that would be fantastic. But I wouldn't be able to if nobody wants to be with me. You know.
Do you think maybe any of those fears have come out in your most recent relationship?
Uh, yes, I would say so. I try very, very hard to care for my partner more than they can care back,
Mm-hmm.
and it's more of a give in that direction than I receive.
Has Have you noticed it with any other relationships, or is it just this most recent one?
I do it a lot.
In what other situations?
Um, I go out of my way to appease my partner and make them feel loved, even if it is incredibly inconvenient for me. Or, like, you know, if it costs money and I can't afford it, I'll still pay for it, kind of thing.
Have you done with have you done this with anybody else in your life? Maybe not a romantic partner. We don't have to do that one.
We can just yes or no. I can riff off of it. Just give me yes or no.
I'd probably say yes.
Sibling?
Yeah.
Okay. Younger.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Ask it again, so it's easier for you to have it.
Have you noticed this common trend in any other relationships in your life? Like specifically not romantic relationships?
Yes, I take care. I'm growing up, I really went above and beyond and very much out of my way to take care of my little sister. Even if it made me late to class or I didn't get my homework done, I would do whatever I needed to make my sister happy.
I understand. How old's your sister? Or how much younger is she than you?
4 years younger.
Was there a reason why you felt like you had to go so far out of your way for her?
I don't know, I guess she had it pretty hard in school, and I guess our parents weren't super great. So I kind of had to take care of her sometimes.
Let's see. So let's circle back to talking about your relationship a little bit more, the most recent one. How did it end up ending?
The person just said that they weren't ready to be in as serious of a relationship as I wanted. And that's how they left it, and I didn't get any more clarification.
And what was your initial response to that?
That something was wrong with me, and that I was doing something to upset them, or I was doing something wrong that drove them away.
I understand, yeah. So it seems like the relationship ending has sort of been a catalyst of sorts for you, sort of sending you on this, like, where you sort of are beginning to feel more worthless and like you can't find love. Is that correct? Has that impacted any other aspects of your life? Maybe your work? I know you're in school.
Yeah. Well, I've been going to class less and less, turning in assignments less and less. I haven't been showing up for work at all. I haven't been. When I am at work, I just sit around and don't do much. I don't really hang out with my friends anymore because I'm worried about annoying them. I don't want to be. If somebody doesn't want to date me, how could my friends want to be around me?
Do you have at least a somewhat close circle of friends?
Yes, I do. I've got 3 or 4 of them.
Why don't you tell me a little bit about them? These are real friends.
Well, they're all very strange. I would say that half of my friends are artists, of the tortured variety. And then the other half are people who work day-to-day menial jobs, 9 to 5s. But we all have fun.
Do you feel like you can reach out to them? I know it's not always the easiest thing to do. However, do you feel like you could reach out to them if you're ever having a hard time?
Yes, I do for some of them, but it's very hard for me to reach out.
Why do you think it's hard for you to reach out?
Because I don't want to bother my friends with my emotions and take up too much of their time with how I feel. Because they have their own lives and they're doing important things. And so I couldn't possibly be.
What makes your things any less important?
That it's not theirs. And I'm not, a partner of theirs. So it's not like I'm in a direct extension of something that they need to worry about. So why put the worry on them?
I understand. That seems like it's circling back to that feeling of worthlessness that you keep talking about. That I would say that that's something that we should continue working on in our next session. Maybe your homework assignment this week should be to go ahead and hang out with one of your friends and journal immediately after. Tell me how it makes you feel, or reach out to one of your friends when you're having maybe a little bit of a hard day, or you just have something exciting you want to talk about, and write a response to that.
All right, sounds good. I can do that.